Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson, episode 2, talking about metabolic management for the pre-contest season. And Adam, let's switch over to designing that calorie intake. Again, I remember us talking about this in one of our longer series, coaching behind the scenes. And I remember just some great synergy in our discussion about starting really aggressively with kind of an induction phase of lower calories to get somebody in that groove of contest dieting, or stair stepping at a couple, blocks just to make sure that we're taking advantage of a higher metabolism. Do you have any kind of a rule of thumb that you use in that initial first step, creating a calorie deficit?
Well, I always tell people the first cut is usually kind of like the deepest and steepest one. What people forget, and especially if they've done a season with us before, they might notice trends like Adam tends to move me within this range of carbs down and with this range of fats, or maybe even a protein move. But it surprises people because when you're not losing weight, that move just needs to be bigger. And I think that's what surprises clients. And I actually like we're bringing this topic up because there are so many variances in what I do. I might move protein down, carbs down just a little bit. I mean, I could maybe just move fats down and not move carbs at all. And it always surprises clients when you take advantage of maybe a better thermic effective food that actually can make a difference. And you might not have to pull as many calories if you manage your macros that way as well. So there's kind of a lot of different things you can do that can help you shift a client's progress forward with making that deficit.
Mm-hmm. So one thing you hit on, but you didn't really expand, is the fact that when you've been eating for maintenance, you've been eating for months and months up here, maybe even a little bit of a surplus. When you reduce calories, you may get close to a calorie deficit, but the first couple hundred calories is really just kind of shifting away that buffer, down closer to maintenance. Maybe you were right in that middle zone, but likely with calorie, higher calorie days, you were a little bit higher now that you're being consistent. So it does often take a little bit further of a drop for people to start seeing sustained body fat loss. Otherwise, you make that first cut, you go down a couple hundred calories, start adding a little cardio, you think everything's going to be great. And then a week or two later, you've just kind of stopped losing. And then you think, well, I'm just adjusting. So you wait another week. Pretty soon you've spent an entire month or so and you really haven't made any progress. And if you're too subtle, especially as a coach, this has been where I've had to learn, like you, it's a little bit better to get ahead of the game than to waste an entire month or a few weeks.
Yeah, this is where I think a lot of people get behind in their prep. They're not aggressive enough in the first couple of weeks. You do have to look at this as a race that's not a race. And your first couple of weeks set the tone of your prep, especially with a brand new client. If you make a pretty solid reduction and you've not worked with a person before, you start learning a lot about them and think, oh man, this might take a little longer than we thought it was going to. And there's nothing wrong with moving the contest date if you have to. I really encourage people to do that if progress is a little slower in the beginning.
Yeah, and I think maybe we'll spend an extra episode talking about the actual macronutrient profile, but anytime I have been too slow off the blocks to start moving somebody down, you regret it, because then, like you said, you get behind. And I have even let clients argue me out of it, where they think that's too aggressive. I can lose fine right here. Then by their own, opinion, we've gotten behind. And then of course, you as the coach have to be the one to have to accelerate even faster and further. And it just never creates a very good scenario.
Right. And one thing people have to remember, me and Joe never say, we told you so. It's more, we got a slow start, so let's just move the date back and we move forward and progress from there.
Yeah. And that's just all the reason why, just to get that little bit quicker start out of the gate. But guys, stay tuned. We're going to hit 2 or 3 more topics to break this down. Macronutrient profiles. We're going to talk about cardio and training, NEAT, all the things that you can use to manage your your metabolism, the whole metabolic process through contest prep.